Hello, my name is Mary Ann Lutine, and I'm the Director of the Pro-Life Office for the Archdiocese of Boston. Thank you for tuning in to this Living the Gospel of Life series, where we discuss the Church's teachings on the life issues and also highlight examples of Catholics in the Archdiocese working to build a culture of life. Our guide is the remarkable encyclical letter written by the late John Paul II called Evangelium Vitae, or the Gospel of Life. We Americans have a very confused notion about the meaning of freedom. For many, freedom means the right of an individual to exercise complete self-autonomy. It's my right to make my choice. Nowhere is this connection between freedom and choice more prevalent in the United States than in our attitudes about abortion. Every year, more than 1 million women have an abortion. So many abortions have taken place since the Supreme Court legalized abortion in 1973 that presently nearly 1 out of every 3 women of childbearing years in the United States has had at least one abortion. Later in this Living the Gospel of Life series, we'll talk about the deep emotional, spiritual, and psychological pain that legalized abortion has caused women, children, men, and families. But first, we need to better understand the meaning of true freedom. Freedom is a beautiful gift from God. It helps us seek and find the meaning of human life and love. In the Gospel of Life, John Paul II shows us the danger of accepting a notion of freedom divorced from truth and the common good. He calls it a perverse idea of freedom, when the strong are allowed to overpower the weak, where reference to common values is lost, and where everything is opening to bargaining, even the first and most fundamental of all rights, the right to life. "Am I my brother's keeper?" was the disingenuous response to God by Cain after Cain killed his brother. In the Gospel of Life, John Paul II answers Cain's question affirmatively. Yes, he writes, every man is his brother's keeper, because God entrusts us to one another. True freedom is freedom that enables us to love and serve one another, especially the weak, the frail, and the powerless. In contrast, the so-called right to abortion is actually the death of true freedom. It enslaves individuals and nations because it allows absolute power over others and against others. Given our contemporary misunderstanding of freedom, where the taking of a life is upheld as a legal right of another, it's understandable why so many women have abortions and why so many men push women into having them. John Paul acknowledges there are many tragic situations that can mitigate the culpability for individuals involved in abortions. Responsibility for abortion does not end with the women who undergo them or the medical personnel who perform them. We need to recognize the cultural, the social, and the political dimensions of why crimes against life are upheld as legitimate expressions of individual freedom. Stopping abortion requires more than just changing laws. In order to build a culture of life, we must first reestablish the connection between freedom and truth. As Christ told us, it is the truth that sets us free.